Hey guys, how are you doing? We're going to be talking about Ranger today, the upcoming changes to its straight lines. We're going to start up with World vs. World section. We're going to talk about how solo roaming is going to get affected, how Zerging is going to get affected, and how freestyle is nicely implemented in it after the changes. We're going to also be talking about SPVP, how the Rangers are going to get implemented into PvP, how it's going to change Rangers into PvP, and PvE. We're also going to be talking about how Rangers are going to go back into the top of the food chain when it comes to PvE. So guys, we better get started. Okay guys, so we're going to start up with the World vs. World section. If I'm talking a bit fast, that's because I'm trying to rush up with more information as much as I can, because I don't want to go into more details, because I can read you the entire trade line and give you opinions about each, and it's going to take forever. But I'm just going to go through with the most important things that I think about the Ranger, especially the power one, because that's what I'm specialized in. I'm specialized in a solo roaming Power Ranger. And recently, 4 months now, I think already, as a mini ranger. So, in my opinion, marksmanship, skirmishing, wilderness survival, and nature magic are the core for solo power roaming ranger. Why am I saying that? Marksmanship is specializing in what I can see, might stacking for yourself, and almost endless access to opening strike. Endless access to opening strike, which means when you're out of combat and you attack, that's an opening strike. When your pet, if you take the second minor trait, your pet also gains opening strike, so you can stack vulnerability on your foe. Opening strike is 5 vulnerability on your foe. So if you and your attack at the same time or in different duration, you both will inflict 5 vulnerability, which is going to stack to 10. And that's from the first hit. So you better not miss it, guys. So third minor is opening strike as 100% critical chance. Also crits. You don't need Sigil of Intelligence anymore because of that. Because if you would go 3 signets, you can actually go wild with it. Because you have a mark in Master, Beastmaster's Might, which is granting 3 stacks of might when activated, refreshing signet recharge by 20%, and makes your next attack as an opening strike, which means vulnerability stacking. In my own opinion, marksmanship, it's almost like a 99% must for Power Rangers. Doesn't matter if you're longbows, doesn't matter if you are melee, doesn't matter if you're whatever. I think it's almost a must for Power Rangers. So skirmishing, you also gain fury and swiftness from the minors, which is not changed. It used to be like that and it's not changed. And also it comes with a synergy for opening strike, because opening strike can be refreshed when you use fuel, when you gain fuel, which is a third mark, the second mark in Grandmaster in marksmanship. Remorseless, which is making you regain opening strike when you gain fury, no cooldown. Opening strike does 25% more damage. So what does it mean? You can stack up pretty much a lot of time. Every 9 seconds, you can actually stack yourself an opening strike. Every 9 seconds, opening strike, and that's from yourself. That's without signets, that's without the pet giving you fury, that's without wounds giving you fury, and that's without your allies giving you fury. That's pretty much a big deal if you ask me. So you can allow yourself to go more tanky because of that, and you're gonna still do pretty much a lot of damage. So you have a third minor, which is Hunter's Tactics, which making you deal 10% more damage while attacking from behind or from the side of your foe. So more damage, more tankiness for yourself, because you're still dealing more damage. And another thing I liked about skirmishing is second mark in Adapt, most dangerous game, which is while your health is below 50%, you gain 3 stacks of might for 6 seconds. And burn application interval 3 seconds. So basically, if you're below 50%, you can reach to 6 stacks of might for 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds, you're gonna get 3 stacks, and it's gonna go into 6, and with those 6, you're gonna be only with 3. So, we have pretty much a lot of good traits, which are gonna take me a long time to start explaining each and every one of them. It's really gonna take years. So I'm sorry guys if I'm not explaining everything in every single trait, but when we will get more information and more confirmation I'm gonna make a lot detailed video, so it's gonna help all of us, and I'm also gonna put condi specs in it, so it's gonna be for open everybody. So guys, this was the World vs. World section. We're gonna move on to the SPVP section. Okay, so SPVP section. Guys, you know me, I don't play much SPVP, PvP, or whatever. I'm a World vs. World armor, but still, I'm gonna talk about it. So, two major things that I have noticed, and they have been confirmed, but one of them is not sure, but for so far, looks confirmed. One of them is that one's been confirmed. Spirits will no longer be mobile. What does it mean? Bunker Spirit Ranger. That's it. Like engine with his turrets, that's it. Standing, not moving, destroyable, not making a threat when, like, they're just standing there. They said they're gonna make them more viable, more stronger. So, Guardians, I think you have a challenge. I'm not sure, but I think you should prepare yourself. Okay, the second one is Longbow Eagle's Eye. I didn't see anything anywhere being mentioned that the range has been back to 1500 again. The trait is not mentioned anywhere, so it's gonna go back to 1200 range. The range has been decreased. Ranger will no longer be the maximum range DPS. That's it. So Rangers, start preparing yourself into a more closer combat. So, Wilderness Survival, I want to talk about Wilderness Survival because the third minor in there is Barkskin, which has been changed and reversed. While being above 90% HP, you take 50% less damage. Pretty good for melee Power Rangers and melee Condi Rangers. I like that. It's gonna help you stand on a point and absorb the first hit really nicely when it comes to Shadow Mesmer, Backstab Thieves, or whatever that wants to inflict a burst instantly on the first hit. So that's pretty much a big deal in my opinion. And another thing I want to talk about is, okay, so Peak Strength. Second mark in Master, Peak Strength. You and your pet deal 10% more damage while being above 90% HP. So, what does it mean? Basically, your first attack's not enough that it's an opening strike. We said it can do 25% more damage, and you gain might and fury and this and vulnerability and all those amazing stuff. So now you'll also be able to do 10% more damage if you're above 90% HP. I don't know what about you guys, but I'm feeling like going more tanky because I don't feel like I'm gonna need more power than this. It's amazing. It looks amazing. Really, it looks amazing. Okay, so another one I want to talk about is Nature's Magic, which is, okay, so second mark in Grandmaster is Protective Ward. When you receive damage, nearby foes are weakened for 6 seconds, and you gain protection for 8, radius of 240 with 12 seconds cooldown. What does it mean? You can stand on a point, Pat is near you, Pat is near your foe, is getting weakened, you're getting protection, 12 seconds cooldown, and it's a blessing. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. You can take a Moa, and that's it, endless protection. I'm happy. It's gonna make me play PvP more often with Berserk if they're not gonna change the stats or anything, because I'm gonna have a lot of protection. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Okay guys, so that's pretty much the small detail I gave you for SPVP, and we're gonna move on to the next section. Okay guys, so PvE section. I've dedicated a bit more time to the PvE section more than the other sections because I think it needs a bit more explanation, a bit more expanding than the other sections. And I think two major trait lines are gonna bring back Rangers to the food chain of PvE dungeon groups and overall PvE DPSing. Why am I saying that? Because Rangers recently and in the past and overall have been expelled from dungeons, groups, and whatever. People didn't really like them. They didn't enjoy that. Also, guilds didn't really want to accept rangers. Okay, so we're gonna talk about might stacking. Might stacking and your pet. Two major things that are gonna make your DPS higher than usual. Okay, so Nature's Magic and Beast Mastery are two major trait lines that are gonna work together to create the ultimate pet. Okay, so first of all, Nature's Magic. We're gonna talk about Nature's Magic for a moment. The third minor is Lingering Magic. Boons applied by you and your pet last longer. 20 seconds on you, 50 seconds, not 20 seconds, 20% on you, and 50% on your pet. That is pretty big. If you get 10 seconds, your pet is gonna get it for half more. That means 15 seconds. That is pretty big. Okay, so second minor is Fortifying Bond, which is any boon you get is shared with your pet. What I've seen is every stack of might is getting 10 seconds. 10 seconds. If you get 25 stacks instantly, like in a flick of an eye, your pet is gonna get that for 10 seconds. You get 25 stacks of might for 1 second, it will count for the pet for 10. All those 25 will be gone in 10 seconds. Unless they went like in an order, like you got 1, you got 5 instantly, then you got another one, and you got 3 more, and then you got 2 more. So it's gonna go up like that, or you're gonna lose all of them at once if you got them at once. It depends on the order that you got them. But every stack of might, every single stack is 10 seconds. So in Beast Mastery, it's where everything is gonna roll about. So first mark in Adapt, Companion's Might. Your critical hits grant 5 seconds might to your pet. Basically, if you take Nature's Magic, that will not be 5 seconds, that will be 7.5, which is pretty big. It's not something that you got and shared, so it will not be 10. It's something that you instantly give to your pet without earning it for your own. So that is going to be from 5 to 7.5 because of the 50% on the third minor in Nature's Magic. So we have also a sigil. So a sigil, we have Sigil of Might, if I'm not wrong, that's how it's called. It's 60%, if I'm not wrong, for the superior to grant you might on critical hit, and that's 1 second cooldown, I think. Yeah, it should be 1 second, but it helps you stack might with the one hand axe, with the main hand axe. A main hand, because your auto attacks are getting might for yourself and for your pet. When bouncing, it bounces 3 times, so you can get every hit. Every time you throw it, you can get 3 stacks. And because of the sigil, you can use your number 2 in the axe, or just your normal auto attack, to gain more might. So that's really big. You can actually gain a lot of might for your pet. You can actually, in 3 seconds, you can reach to 12 stacks of might for your pet, and even more. It depends on your attack rate, if you created also on those attacks, and if you have also wounds that will give you might. That is important. You can build might stacking on your pet pretty fast. I have right now a build that I'm playing in PvE, and even now I can stack up might pretty fast for my pet, and my pet deals so much damage that I'm enjoying that. It makes me go back to the days of World of Warcraft, using Beast Mastery and letting your pet do the entire DPS. I like that. I enjoy that because it's familiar to me, and I like using that. So I think you guys should take Drakes. Drakes are recommended pets for those because they have a blast, and they can also just use their shouts and it's dealing massive amount of damage. Trust me, even now I can reach to 5 to 7k in dungeons. So if the target has a lot of vulnerability because of opening strikes we talked earlier, you can reach even more, a lot more. And don't forget, opening strike will do more damage as well. So guys, that's it for this video. I'm sorry I didn't talk about everything as when I'm gonna get more information, more confirmation about stuff, I'm gonna make a lot more detailed video and a lot of options to give you guys builds, for example, because I've already seen from what I have right now, I've already seen 6 possible builds for melee only. 6 possible builds for melee Power Ranger. That's from what I've seen right now, and I didn't talk about Conmi, I didn't talk about ranged, I didn't talk about traps, I didn't talk about anything else. I went only on melee right now, and I've seen so many possibilities. So guys, our time is up. I hope you guys enjoyed, I hope I helped you guys, I hope I explained you pretty well. That's the first commentary I'm doing about upcoming changes. So guys, please leave me a comment, leave me a feedback. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. You can follow me on Twitter to know when I'm streaming or making new videos. And guys, have a nice day.